Snesh here, and we have another video coming up. This time it's trainer Paul. We're enjoying the beautiful outdoors. It's a nice and sunny day. It is a bit cold, but it is a beautiful day out here, and I'm going to pass you on to Paul, who's going to take you through some foam roller activities.
Firstly, just a little bit about foam rolling. Effectively, it's just a really good way to relieve some muscle tension if you have it after your workout. So sometimes you get some really tight muscles, and it's a great way just to help. Pretty much, it's a form of self-massage. So what you want to do, typically we start on our legs, and what it can help, it just really helps, as I said, relieve some tension that you've got. So usually start on your calves and you just sort of prop yourself up, and you typically want to do it for about 30 seconds to a minute each time. However, if you are feeling sore in a spot, you don't have to even out everything, so you can spend more time on one side if you do feel like you need to, and it's okay for it to hurt a little bit. So it's usually normal. So you can do that for about 30 seconds on your calves. What you can also do is you can work up to your hamstrings and just again going over, and if you feel sort of a tight spot there, what you want to do is you want to just kind of go over that little bit there and just kind of isolate that little area, and then once you've done that, you can sort of go more globally and try and target other areas. Sort of the harder the object, the more of a sort of massage you will get. So typically you can get foam rollers. Also you can get objects such as this, and I'll show you another example after. And you can also get things like PVC pipe, which are also pretty good. Next, you're gonna go onto your glutes. So after you've done that for about 30 seconds to a minute, or a little bit more if you need to, go onto your glutes. So your glutes, you typically go not completely on your side, but not completely front on either. So sort of in the middle, and you're kind of just rolling up and down again, and you kind of feel a little sort of crease, and there'll be sort of your hip bone there. And again, just doing that. And as I said, if this side's feeling a bit sore, you can do it for a bit longer, it's not a problem. And you go and do that, and then after you've done that for about 30 seconds to a minute, you can obviously just swap over and go that way. A good way for relieving a bit of muscle tension and a bit of tightness if you have it after your workout. And it's a really quick and efficient way to do that. On your glutes, is you can go over and do the front of your legs. Typically I find this one to be the one that hurts the most. And you kind of plank on the ball like this, and just roll with your elbow, like sort of pivot your elbows, and you can just roll up and down like that. And again, just going up and down. If you find a little spot that hurts a bit, kind of just isolate that area, and then sort of go up and down for about, as I said, 30 seconds to a minute. You can also use a kettlebell. So if you're feeling a bit brave, typically you can use a kettlebell, and if you've got a really sore spot in here, what you can do is go right on it, and it really does get you a bit of a kick. And you kind of just plank on the kettlebell, and it really hits those sort of tight hip flexors, which are typically sort of, usually in a lot of Australians, because we sit down a lot, those muscles will become really tight. So what you do is you really get in there, and it's sort of just in the higher hip region, just in there. So you can do that, as I said, 30 seconds to a minute again. Also as well, you can use things like this. There's a ball, quite compact, not like a squishy ball, so this one's quite hard, and what you can do is you can typically go up to a wall, find sort of a corner, sort of put the ball in there, and kind of just really push the front of sort of in between your chest and your shoulder in there, and just really compress it in there. And as I said, roll in and around that area. These are obviously great techniques that you can do post your workout. So you can use different objects, doesn't have to be a foam roller specifically. You can use things like a PVC pipe, or sort of the handle to a kettlebell like we went over before. Anything that's quite compact, and you will get a sort of a great effect, and you will feel a bit less tighter and a bit more mobile workout. So thank you very much, guys, and leave a like, leave a comment, and be sure to ask any questions if you do have any. Thank you.